Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brian. For those of you who are new here, I am a clothing reseller on apps like Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. And today I have an exciting haul for you guys because, as you guys probably know, thrift shops have been closed down for the last few months due to the lockdown that's been going on, the stay-in-place order. And so I think it was Monday, it was announced that where I live in Washington State, the county had been approved to reopen certain businesses in phase 2. So with that being said, what I've been doing is keeping an eye on my favorite thrift stores' social media pages, like mostly Facebook pages. I actually like to shop at more like ma and pa, like smaller type thrift stores, the ones that are for like charities. And the reason is because stores like Value Village or Savers or Goodwill, they typically just mark things up more and they're more aware of marking up the good brands. I still go to those places, but mostly when they're having sales or just when I need new stuff, and I've already gone to my favorite little ones. But anyway, if you have little smaller run thrift stores that you like to go to, you're going to want to follow them on Facebook or Instagram, or even just go to their website, or you can call them and figure out when they're opening. So there's 3 thrift stores in my area that I like to go to. So one opened yesterday, which was Monday, one opened today, which was Tuesday, and then my other favorite one is opening on Friday. So I made it to the first 2. They both opened at 10 a.m. and then Friday I'll be at that one too. But anyway, so I get there today at 10 a.m. I get there first thing at 10 a.m. and there's quite a few cars sitting outside, and there's about 15 minutes left till they open, and they were only going to let 7 people in at a time, so I made sure to go stand right by the front door because I didn't want to be the 8th person in line and then have to wait for those 7 people to do their shopping so that I can go back in. So definitely be aware of how many people they're going to let in, and don't be scared to stand in line. The one I was at yesterday didn't have a limit on people, so there was a line when I got there, but everyone was let in. But definitely some people had to wait outside at the one from today. So definitely know what you're getting into before you go there, and be prepared to get there early or stand out front, whatever you got to do to make sure you get the best stuff. So with that being said, everything in the store is 50% off, and right when I walked in, they had a rack of 50-cent clothing. So I guess I'll just get right into the haul and show you what I got. Nothing was super high end, but I got some really good, just like core stuff. So the first one I got is this men's Carhartt jacket, and it's got it's like a denim material, and it's lined so it's super warm, and then it's got like this material, what is this called again? It's got corduroy material on the collar. So Carhartt's not a brand that I pick up too often. If you don't know what Carhartt is, it's a men's clothing brand that is focused mostly on durable workwear. So their stuff is really good quality. The retail isn't super crazy. It's probably between $25 to $100 per piece. I'm guessing this jacket was probably around $100 to $150 new. And I haven't done a ton of research about comps, but I know it's a good brand. And people who wear it like it to, wear to work, basically. And what I'm going to do with this one is dye the whole thing red. It's a new thing I'm trying. I've been doing a lot of tie-dye lately, but I'm going to do what's called over-dyeing. So over-dyeing is basically where the garment is already, the color it is, and then you dye over it with a new color. And so I'm hoping that even though it's black and brown, I think it'll look really dark red, but I think it'll still look cool. And red is my favorite color. So this one was marked $7.99, so that came out to $4. Yeah, again, that's not really a brand I pick up too often, but if it's a nice piece, like a coat for cheap, or if I can get a t-shirt for like $1 or $2, then I'll pick that up to flip or tie-dye or whatnot. Oh, my stuff all fell down. Okay, so this next piece is another jacket that I'm going to try doing that over-dye method with. It's a Levi men's denim jacket, and this is a size $40 regular. I'm thinking that this is actually vintage because I haven't seen them putting that kind of sizing too much. And when I look at the inside care tag, it definitely looks like an older tag. I'm trying to see if I can get... Oh, there we go. So, yeah, it looks like an older tag, and there's... So, on the care tags, modern items will have the little care symbols, like they almost look like a recycling symbol, but basically it's the washing care instructions symbols. So that system wasn't developed until, I believe, around 2000, or maybe even a little before, in the late 90s. So if an item doesn't have that, there's good odds that it's vintage. So I'll have to do a little research on this one, see how old it is and what the value is just by itself. But I think that if I were to over dye it, it would make it more unique. Again, with that red over dye. So we'll see what the value is, and I'll decide if it's worth to dye or not. But it's a nice thick. I really like the thick ones. Yesterday, at the thrift store I was at, they had a woman's Levi's denim jacket, but it was that really thin denim, and it was more of a modern one. So I decided to pass on that. All right, next. The next item is this men's Harley Davidson shirt, and the front's pretty plain. It just says Inside Passage Harley Davidson, Ketchikan, Alaska, and it looks like it's from 2012. But what I liked a lot was this back graphic. And the store, I think they've caught on that men's Harley Davidson shirts are somewhat of a hot commodity, so they always mark them a little bit higher. This one was marked at $9.99. It's a size large, but with the 50% off, that was only $5. Oh, that Levi's denim jacket was marked the same, $10. So it came out to be $5. And with these Harley tees, if you follow me, you know that I sell a lot of them, and I often will crop them. I have a couple different crop methods. Like, I'll do the straight across crop, or I'll make them into like the little cute crop tops that you tie in the front with like a little knot. And I often tie dye or bleach dye them too, to make them more unique, make them stand out, and that way I can get a higher selling price and a higher profit. So I sell my Harley tees between $25 to $60, depending on the rarity and the style. Okay, so this next item is one of the 50-cent items, and it's a size small. The tag is Nasty Gal Collection. Boop. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see it still has its little hang tag, like loopy thing. There's no actual tag on it from the original tag, but usually if you see something with this on it that once had a tag attached, odds are that the person hasn't worn it yet. So it's pretty much newer tags. You can tell this sweater's in great condition. It's just a little mock neck knit white crop length sweater. So even though we're almost into summer, fall isn't too far away, and people start shopping for fall in July and August. So if I see good deals now on sweaters, then I'm gonna pick them up and just kind of list them now and be that much more ahead of everyone else, I guess. In fashion, you really have to think of things basically 2.5 months ahead. So I start getting my summer stuff like right after Christmas, and then all the way into the spring. But then, you want to start planning for fall when it's just about to be summer, so right about now. So start planning for fall, and I love a good white sweater. I love white and cream sweaters, like cable knit or just regular knit like this. So yes, definitely did not want to pass up on this one, especially for 50 cents. Nasty Gal, if you're not familiar, it's an online retailer. The founder has the book Girl Boss, and they've had some struggles and controversy through the years. They went through a bankruptcy, I believe. But basically, they're kind of like a fast fashion online retailer. They carry lots of different brands, but they also have their house brand, like the Nasty Gal label. So the Nasty Gal label is pretty much fast fashion along the same lines as Fashion Nova or, Zara or whatnot. It's maybe a little bit better quality than Fashion Nova, but Nothing super crazy, so it's not a brand I typically pick up too much unless it's a super unique piece. But since this one was 50 cents, I love white sweaters. I did notice that it had somewhere, oh yeah, here, right below the elbow on one of the sides, it has like a little loopy, but I think that I'll be able to pull that, it's like a snag basically, but I think I'll be able to pull it through the other side and make it not, noticeable. And I'll probably sell this for 25 or 30 bucks. At least that's what I'll start it at. And since I paid 50 cents, even if I sold it for $15, that would still be a pretty good markup. Next item is this open knit crochet cardigan, and it's got the scalloped edges. That's what this is called on the bottom, where it like goes like kind of like a wavy sort of thing. And it's a short sleeve, and it's open, no buttons or anything. So it's kind of like a boho style cardigan, and I'm gonna show you the tag and tell me what you think. Did you think it looks kind of like the old Free People tag? Well, that's what I thought when I first saw this brand. I get excited when I see it sometimes because I think it's Free People, but it's basically sort of like a knockoff Free People brand. It's kind of scammy that they make the tag look so similar to Free People with the engraved, I think it's actually the We the Free tag, but with the engraved metal. And they sell this brand at places like Nordstrom Rack and TJ Maxx, so the quality's pretty good, and it's not amazing, but it's not bad, and it's not a brand I pick up unless I can pick it up for like $1, and it's a good style and good condition. Since this one was 50 cents, I thought that would be a good time to pick it up and list it for like 25 bucks. It's not a brand that resells super high because it doesn't retail super high, but it's not bad. Definitely not something I would pay more than $2 for, though. Okay, next was the last 50-cent item, and it's just super boring Vince plain t-shirt. Not something I would ever pick up, even for I wouldn't pay more than $1 for this. Vince is a high-end mall brand that makes stuff with a lot of natural fibers, good quality, but it retails for quite a bit, but it's not the most high resale brand, especially for plain styles like this. But I might even bleach dye this one to just make it more unique, or just sell it for like 10 or 15 bucks, because 50 cents. If you're like me and you sell on multiple platforms, do you list everything on all platforms, or do you pick and choose which platforms you list certain items on? So let me know down in the comments, because I'm curious what you guys do. And what I do is I list pretty much everything on Poshmark, and that's where I start, and I list everything on Poshmark, and then if it's more of like a mall brand or just like a plain style like higher end brand like Vince, then I will list that on Poshmark and Mercari, and then I list my more vintage and trendy sort of grunge boho stuff on Depop, because on Depop it's kind of important to have more of like a cohesive aesthetic, kind of like Instagram. So yeah, that's what I do, but let me know what you guys do. Alright, next item is a little honorable mention. It was marked $6, and therefore it was $3 with a discount. I'd never heard of this brand. It's called James Campbell, but when I looked it up, it's sold at Nordstrom, and doesn't have super high resale value, so if I was picking this up to resell, I probably wouldn't pay more than $1 or $2 for it, but it's actually going to be from my boyfriend. It's just a little chambray shirt, so I wanted to show that to you guys. But if I were to resell it, I could probably get 20 to 30 bucks for it. Alright, next item is this Hawaiian shirt, and I'm not really a Hawaiian shirt person, but flames are super popular on Depop. They're just bold and kind of a graphic that you see featured on their Explore page quite a bit. So I'm going to I shoot with models for a lot of my stuff because it increases the value. And yes, I do pay them, but it's worth it because I can get more money per item. And then I'm going to try, I've only worked with female models so far, but I'm going to try to work with some male models. So I think I'm going to have a male model. This is going to be one of the first things I shoot with a male model. Alright, next one here is another Harley Davidson shirt, and by itself it's not really like a style that fits, you know, my style, this color. It's like a coral. It's more of like a, I don't know, more modern basic Harley shirt. But what I'm gonna do is crop it right here, and then I'm gonna bleach dye it so that, in like the bleach tie-dye, so that it is more interesting and more my style. This one was marked $5.99, so it was $3, size extra large. Larger sizes of Harley always do better and sell quicker, so yeah, that's that one. And I will probably list that one around $45. Next is a t-shirt. It's a green Red Hot Chili Peppers t-shirt, size medium, men's. And again, this is going to be a crop top once I cut it, and it'll be probably bleached too. And I always love the band tees because people who are fans of those bands will be searching, and yeah, it'll help them if they're, you know, going to a concert or whatnot. They'll be excited. And so last item was when I was standing in line, they had some shoes on top of a rack, and I saw these, and this is not a brand that I admire or that I would typically pick up, but these were they were marked $8.99, so they were $4.50. And they're these Coach sandals. I know, cringe, but some people still like Coach. It's not something that I like. There's some wear on the bottom of the sandals, but overall they're in really good condition. You can even see they have the little sticker on the bottom there. They're size 8, and usually if a shoe has this sticker on the bottom, they haven't been worn that heavy. And everything's super clean on the front. They have the studs and eyelets on, so an eyelet is going to be like a hole like that. And then the stud is obviously a stud. But yeah, from what I'm seeing, Coach sandals retail or resell anywhere between $20 to $50. Some of the fancier ones with heels were selling for more, but I'm guessing these will sell around the $25 to $35 range. I might try to start them a little higher, and, you know, wishful thinking. But yeah, that's the last item of this haul, and I hope you guys enjoyed this and that it was helpful to you. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you give me a big thumbs up, because it helps me out a lot with you know, my videos. And I am going to be doing a lot more thrift hauls, and I'm going to share with you guys what I've been selling. So stay tuned and hit the subscribe button if you want to see my next video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, y'all.